Hi everyone, so we've built this tool that can structure unstructured data from PDFs. So I thought I might play around with it with an annual report. So here I've loaded up Nvidia's 2023 annual report. And I've read a few annual reports, and a lot of them are kind of the same structure, but sometimes they're kind of a slog to get through since they're hundreds of pages long. And what's useful is sometimes if you have like a direct question and you need to answer that question across multiple annual reports, this tool that we built might be helpful. So for example, let's say we want to find out what are the risks that businesses face. Oftentimes in annual reports, they'll have a risks section. You're going to have to scroll through to find out where it is. And then they summarize the risks for you. But maybe I was thinking today we could try to bring those risks and put it into a table. So we built this tool using LangChain and Python. And you can test it out with this API here that we built. So let me just refresh this. So we can use this API, and what we're going to ask today from this file is, what are the major risks that this business faces? Now, we've played around with a couple different prompts to make sure that we can control the output. And the prompt that we figured out that works the best is this one here. This is going to be a blog post that you can see later. I'll link it in the video. But it basically says something like, you are a seasoned investment analyst. You look for small details, and I want you to put the answer in a table in Markdown. These are the columns that I want you to include, and here's some instructions for how to fill out each of those columns. I think what's interesting is the category column here. They're going to create a category for each of the risks. So maybe that will help with some of our analysis later on when we have multiple companies. Okay. So I copy and paste that prompt in here, and I've uploaded the annual report. And you can execute, and this will take a couple seconds. And I've already saved the answer, but we'll get back to this to see what the answer looks like. But for example, my last run, this is what the answer looks like. So it actually came out just as a table, just like this. And it got pretty much all the details correct. So for example, supply mismatch on pages 104, 105. We can find that here. So if we go to, let's see, I don't know if there's a page finder here. This PDF file is a combination of a stockholder. Here, maybe we'll open up a preview. Let's see if that works. So if we go to page 104, 105-ish, we should see all the risk factors that they're talking about. Let's put this on the side here, and let's see the answer. Supply mismatch. Failure to estimate customer demand, yes, okay, that's that there, and so forth. And it goes through all the different risks that are detailed out, including the page number where it's found. And I checked some of these details. The details are all pretty much correct, so this is actually very accurate. It does miss a few risks, and I think it may be because when we parse this PDF, we only get the text, and we don't get some sense of like which ones are headings, because here in the PDF they use color just to provide this is a heading. So maybe the LLM sort of misses that. Maybe in the future we can find a way to include some of the formatting. But more or less, all the details here are correct. And what's more fun than that is actually we can automatically categorize each of these risks. So they have some cybersecurity risks, they have some geopolitical risks, they have some talent management risks. And what I also found interesting was that, I think a lot more companies now are impacted or putting, climate change as a major risk. And I think it would be kind of interesting to see how many companies are including climate change as a risk. So let's go back to the API to see if our results came out. Yeah, okay, so here's the response. It comes out in this funny thing in this page, but if you copy and paste it into a text editor or into Notion, it comes out into a nice table. So I'm going to do this for a couple more annual reports and see if we can maybe find some patterns across these different annual reports. And I'll share all the data with you guys, so you guys are free to download this data or check it out. Cool, thanks.